tonight. This is going to be a very special evening where we are going to discuss about the latest trends in the e-commerce industry. And to do that, we have a very special guest speaker, all the way from Detroit, Michigan, to US. As a matter of fact, Ganesh Shenoy is originally from India. Did a master's in mechanical engineering, went to the US, did his master's, worked as a recruiter for top automobile companies like Ford, GM, and Chrysler. And along with that, he saw this opportunity, and in a short span of time, he was able to be financially free and retire from corporate America at the age of 29. As a matter of fact, today, he's among the top 1% entrepreneur in the e-commerce world in North America. And he has a massive global multi-billion-dollar business. And as a matter of fact, recently, he has been on a world tour visiting multiple continents, and of course, landed in Sydney. In fact, to commemorate his success, recently our parent company and US US Postal Services issued a stamp, with his photograph in May. So you're looking at somebody who's absolutely who's who of our industry. So you're in for a special treat. So just have an open mind, and let's give a Sydney welcome to our special guest speaker, Ganesh Shenoy.
Good evening. Good evening. How you all doing? Good, good. How is the weather so far? It's a little chilly, right? Different for people from Sydney, right? Actually, I come from Detroit, and we have 3 seasons: cold, colder, and coldest. It's always cold, Of course, this time of the year it is summer, but I come from a cold country. Okay, but how many of you are here for the first time? Show of hands, first time? Okay, great. Awesome. Just to give a brief introduction, my name is Ganesh Shenoy. I come from Detroit, Michigan. I went to pursue my education in Masters in Mechanical Engineering, and I've been there for the last over 20 years, close to 20 years, and I'm here to share a business opportunity with you. Okay, if you're here for the first time, just relax, just keep an open mind. This may be for you or may not be for you. However, by the end of the presentation, if this is for you, take a literature pack from the person who is invited here and go through the second step. Okay? If this is not for you, no big deal. At least you have 1 free hour of heat, which you don't have to switch on at home. Right? Okay? So, relax, okay? Enjoy. I'm not here to sell you anything. As a matter of fact, I don't have anything to sell you, okay? I'm just a businessman. I'm not a salesman, okay? But I'm here to share a very exciting opportunity with you. If you're really looking, if you're really open-minded, I guarantee you that it will provoke your thought, and it will allow you to see more possibilities in your financial career, okay? Now, since I have only 1 hour, maybe around 45 minutes or so, I will go through a presentation, okay? It will be difficult for me to explain a $10 billion venture in 1 hour. However, I will try to give you enough snapshots of it so that you will have enough information to make a decision, okay? What am I here to talk to you? Okay, I'm here to talk to you about how to put together a business. We call it phase 1. Okay, how to put a business together, which will allow you to generate an income of around $40,000 to $50,000. Okay, it will take around 18 months to 24 months. Okay, there is a phase 2, which will allow you to make $100,000 per year. Is around 3 to 4 years. Okay, and phase 3, which will allow you to generate income of around $150,000 to $250,000 per year. Okay, in next 5 to 8 years. All right, this is what I'm here to talk to you about. All right, if you choose to continue it further, you can always make it bigger than what I've put on the board. Okay, now some of you sitting here, you already have a good source of income. You already have, maybe some of you are students, some of you are who are students. You will always get a good job and have a good career. Some of you are already professionals working in different industries. Maybe you're a doctor, engineer, lawyer. Now, in a country like Australia, which is a developed country, you have a lot of opportunities to make money. So why are you here? Okay, what brings you here, and why should you be looking at something like this? Okay, so I'm going to kind of help you understand that. Now, there are two ways you can generate income. One is linear. Second one is a residual or ongoing or royalty income. There are two ways people make money. Okay, linear income or residual, ongoing or royalty income. To give an example of a linear income, you trade in time and you make money, dollars. Okay, 80% of the population makes a linear income. Alright? Now, if I were to work as an engineer, what kind of income can I expect per year? Can you give me a kind of answer? Okay, on this side. First year of engineering, I just got a job. What kind of income can I expect? 50 to 60K. Okay. From here, how about you, sir, with the blue shirt? 50 to 60K. All right. Okay. So around, let's say 60K. You make around 60K. Okay. How many hours do you need to work? Okay. 8 hours a day. All right. So now, if I have to make 70K, how can I do that? Increase your hours, 10 hours. Okay. If I have to make 80K, maybe I have a new house or something like that. How can I do that? 12 hours. Okay. Okay, weekends. Maybe some people get a second job. Have you seen that? People, if they cannot meet the expenses, they get a second job. Now, some people enhance their career, right? They go from bachelor's degree to master's degree to PhD. Okay. Some people change professions. From being an engineer, they get into medical field. From medical field, they get into something else. So people do that kind of stuff. Okay. So now, can I safely say here that you are actually not just controlled by money, you are actually controlled by time? Am I right? You are controlled by time. This is called a linear income. Nothing wrong with it. As a matter of fact, 80% of people have it. I used to have it too once upon a time. Okay. This is a linear income. Now, for you to develop a big lifestyle out of a linear income, it is hard. It's an uphill battle. It's like going in a bicycle on a hill. You have to bicycle harder. Okay. That's why most people can have a good life, but may or may not have a great life because of this system. Okay. So if you have to make, let's say, $120,000, how do people do? Get married, right? Okay, one honest person here, okay? Okay, get married, 8 plus 8, 8 plus 8, all right? Now, if you want to make 250K, will that work once again? No, right? It won't work. Why? It's not Saudi Arabia. All right? So, that is how the mathematics work. Now, let's talk about residual income. Okay? Anybody here for the first time? Once again, show of hands. Okay? Yeah. Okay? What's the residual income? Do you know an idea what's the residual income? Yes. Sir, how about you? White Jack? No idea either? Okay? I don't blame you. As a matter of fact, okay, we say, right, 20% of people have residual income. 80% of people, most of us, die without knowing what it is. Forget about having one. We die without knowing what it is, okay? And I don't blame you, okay? Because before I came to the seminar, I had no clue what it was, okay? Residual income is something like this. How many of you know an author called J.K. Rowling? Okay, you know author called J.K. Rowling. Okay, what is she famous for, ma'am? Harry Potter, okay? So now, she wrote Harry Potter. She's from which part of the world? UK, alright? She lives in UK, okay? She wrote a Harry Potter book. As a matter of fact, by the way, she's richer than the Queen of England. She is richer than the Queen of England, okay? She was a teacher. She wrote a Harry Potter series, and every time one book, Harry Potter, hardcover, how much does it cost in Sydney? $25 to $30, okay? $25 to $30. It costs $25. Now, after the distribution of all the money to the bookstore and whatnot, can we at least say that she makes $5 on a book? She might make a lot more than that, but she makes $5 on a book, okay? So $5. Now multiplied by number of copies sold in the world, that is how she makes money. Now, how many years did she take to write the Harry Potter book? Maybe 2 years, maybe 5 years. But on that 5-year period of time, on that 5-year effort, she makes the income for the rest of the life. Am I making sense to you? That is called residual income or royalty income. We all have to work until 65. As a matter of fact, more than 65 these days. Am I right? Okay. So that is called a linear income. But residual income is different. When I came here for the first time, 18 years back in a room like this in Troy, Michigan, I was the first one on the left-hand side. And on the whole seminar, 45 minutes of seminar, I only remember that one sentence: residual income, ongoing income. That fascinated me. That is what allowed me to take the next step in this particular business opportunity. Okay, so that is how the power of the residual income works. All right. So now, most people do not have a vehicle to get to that residual income. Okay. Now, how do people create residual income? Let me give you an example. All right. First one, I talked about author. If you are a good, talented author, you can have it if your book sells everywhere. Singer, Michael Jackson. Okay, Elvis Presley. How many of you listen to Elvis Presley? Okay, somewhere or the other, Michael Jackson. A recent one, Lady Gaga. Right? Okay, what is Lady Gaga popular for? Funky looking dress style, right? Okay, so all these singers, they have a residual income. Why? They put together an album and they make the income on that album every time. For example, Elvis Presley Foundation last year made $50 million. And Elvis Presley is long gone, so many decades back. His foundation last year made $50 million. Michael Jackson on the Thriller album made more money after his death than when he was alive. So that's the power of the residual income. Now, people who make residual income are either talented or they have a lot of capital. They have a lot of capital. For example, the hotel which you are right now in, this particular setup, okay, the person who owns this place probably is in Japan or probably is in Hawaii on the beach having fun. Every time you and I rent this room, he is making money wherever he is. So to put together a residual income, we need either capital or we need either talent. Okay. Now, what we have found out with the power of the internet is a great equalizer. Whether you have a talent or whether you have a capital, pizza later. Sorry about that. Okay. Okay. If it is a pizza, we'll have it later. Okay. So, internet is a great equalizer. Okay, whether you are talented or whether you are not talented, you can make it. For example, Facebook, he did not have capital. Okay, in the economic world, okay, actually, Microsoft and Apple Computer should have started Facebook because they have the capital. Okay, however, as I said, internet is a great equalizer. Somebody out of school started Facebook. Okay, so what we have is an opportunity, a window of opportunity through the internet to own a business and have a residual income. These numbers which I'm talking about is not through a linear system, it's through an ongoing system. That's the reason why I get excited about sharing this opportunity. Every time I show this everywhere. I go to do these seminars around the world. A small setup like this or 2, 3, 4,000 people in a bigger setup. And I get, every time I go and do it, I get excited because of this setup. Okay, this ongoing income. Okay, now let's talk about what do we do and how do we do it. Okay, given a choice, would you like to own a business or would you like to work for somebody else's business? Given a choice, not a circumstances, not a necessity, but given a choice. Own a business, right? I do this seminar everywhere and I get that answer all the time. It's very, once in a while, once in 10 years probably somebody says I would love to work for somebody else. Okay, maybe it did not follow my accent or something like that, but it's always own a business. Now, why do Why do people want to own a business? Give me a, okay. Just take this jacket. This is the last one I'll take, by the way. Okay, sorry, not taking anything more than that. Okay, but okay, be your own boss. Be your own boss. Does not bring your own beer. What else? Okay. What else? Okay. More control. Okay. What else?
More time.
What's that?
More free time.
What's that?
More free time.
Okay. Yeah. More time for yourself because you own your own business. You have time for yourself. What else? Okay. You have more options to create a larger income. Am I right? Okay. What else? Okay, you can wake up at 10 o'clock in the morning. Okay, and that is time, control of time. Okay, what else? Okay, freedom, time and money. Okay, what else? Anybody here for the first time? I'd like to have them. No sharing. Okay, you keep the profits. Okay, you keep the profits. All right. Yeah. What else? Quick. Anybody else? Sir, you. Last one. Yes. Okay. Yeah. All right. What else? That's it. Okay. Now, knowing all these advantages, how come 80% of people don't own a business? Why? Okay. Lack of capital. Capital. Let me put it here. Capital. Capital. Risk. People don't know whether they will get the returns on it or not. What else? Knowledge. They don't know what to do. They don't know what to do. How many of you know people on Fridays and Saturdays, they get together and they want to start a business. They hang around beer, some chips and pizza, and they talk about starting companies. Right? Friday and Saturday, highest number of companies are started around the world. Right? So we talk about starting import-export business. And some of us don't even know import is coming in or going out. Right? Have you seen that? Okay? And we talk about that import-export business because lack of knowledge, we don't know what to do. Okay? As a matter of fact, okay, if this is a house, this is a living room, this is a kitchen, the living room. Okay? Husbands all get together in the living room. They talk about buying companies. Okay? And wives are talking about how broke the husbands are. Okay? And how they have to go to work on Monday. Okay? These are all big picture people. These are all people are stressed out, right? About the finances. Okay? So this is how kind of work, right? So lack of knowledge. We want to do something but we don't know what to do. Lack of knowledge. Okay, what else? Time. Where is time? Where is time? 9 to 5, 9 o'clock to 5 o'clock goes into making a living. We don't have much time left to develop our own business. Am I right? Okay. Anything else which you see? Anything else which you see why people don't start a business, sir? With the sweatshirt. Third one, yes. Good. Risk? Yes, sir. How about you? Anything else which you see? No? Okay. Pretty much these are the things which people don't start a business. Now let's talk about it. The capital in this particular opportunity which I'm going to share with you is less than $300. Less than $300. It can be a blessing or it can be a curse. Why blessing? It is so small that anybody can do it. Why curse? It is so small that it doesn't create a fear to perform. Because most businesses succeed because they put in a lot of money and they have the fear of losing the money. Like for example, you start a laundromat or a pizza joint in a mall here and you pay rent on that particular joint, or maybe you pay the mortgage, you have the fear of losing it. So you open the door whether customers come or not. Am I right? So here you don't have that. Okay, so that's the advantage. When I got started in this business opportunity, I invested $125. Right now, because of the inflation and whatnot, it's less than around $300. I don't know exactly what's the cost to get your business set up. In America, it's around $250. So I'm assuming it's kind of same amount here. So less than $300. Okay, so risk in terms of time or risk in terms of money. There are two risks people have, either the time risk or money risk. Okay, let's talk about the money risk. Money risk is so small that it doesn't really matter. Now let's talk about the time. What's the time involvement? Okay, the most people start a business in the passive time. Passive time. What's the passive time? Can you give an example of a passive time? What's the passive time? Except working hours. So, right. Except working hours. Most people in Australia, can I safely say they go to work between 9 and 5? Right? That's an active time for most people. There will be some exceptions, but most people go to work between 9 and 5. Now, anything after 5 o'clock is a passive time. Okay? So, we use a passive time to develop our business. Why? Because most businesses are built during passive times. Let's take an example. Facebook.com was built in the passive time. Okay, Microsoft built in the passive time. Ford Motor Company built in the passive time. IBM, International Business Machines, built in the passive time. Most people who start a business initially don't have enough funds, so they maintain their job and then they start a business. Even in my case, I started this business along with my career as a recruiting manager. Okay, so I built in the evening time. So by the end of this presentation, if you're wondering how do people have time to build a business, we use the passive time. Okay, now most people in Australia in the evening, 7 o'clock until 10 o'clock in the evening, what do they do? Watch TV, what else? Okay, internet, which is YouTube or Facebook or what's that other one? Twitter. Okay, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. Family time. What else? Okay, and something related to the kids and things like that, right? Okay, so now most people watch TV. I don't know about Australia, but average number of hours, okay, in front of television in a household for a per person is 38 hours per week. Average American watches 38 hours of television every single week. Okay, that is a full-time job. 40 hours is full-time. Almost like a full-time he watches television. Now, person like me, I don't watch much television. So somebody is compensating for my time. That means that somebody is watching more time on television than a full-time job. Okay? So people watch it. The person who's coaching me, he's a multi-millionaire. He told me once, long time back when I got started in this business, Ganesh, people who watch TV never come on TV. Okay? So you have to choose, because I asked him, oh, I watch TV in the evening time. I don't have time to build a business. Okay, what do you do? I said, I watch anything which has flashing lights. Highway patrol, America's Most Wanted, okay, cops, things like that. Okay, he said, you know what, Ganesh, people watch TV, never come on TV. You want to make a choice. That was the eye-opener. It made sense to me. Okay, so that's what I do, passive time. Knowledge, most people don't start a business because they don't know what to do. As a matter of fact, 80% of you who are new here for the first time, you probably may not know how to start a register a business. You don't know how to register a business. Okay, why? Because that is foreign to us. Okay, so we have a educational system. No matter what background, I was told by Chris, one of the business partners, that somebody who's 18-year-old is in the room. Okay, you might not have any idea about business, but you will be given support to do that. Some of you might be coming from a very different background. You might be very shy. Anybody who is shy here? Raise your hand. Anybody who is shy? Come on, quick. If you're so shy, how do you raise a hand? If you're so shy, how did you raise your hand? Okay, let me give you statistics. Okay, shy people have more chance of becoming a millionaire than aggressive people. Shy people have more chance of becoming a millionaire than aggressive people. History has shown, Forbes magazine, that shy people become millionaires faster than aggressive people. Now that doesn't mean that now you walk out of this room shy. Okay, I'm talking about naturally shy people. Okay, not deliberately attempting shy people. Okay, so this is the major points which I want to cover. But there are a lot of other advantages with the business. Okay, now let's talk about how what this business is all about. Okay, now today's business if given a choice, would you like to start on the internet or off the internet?
Internet.
On the internet. Why? Give an example. Why? Convenience. Global. What else? 24 by 7. Easy communication. What else? Yeah. Affordable. Yeah. Affordable. That's the right word. Okay. What else? Fast. What's that?
Infrastructure cost.
Yeah. Infrastructure cost is low. Okay. What else? After some time, I write like a doctor. Only Gary can understand my handwriting. Okay. Okay. Now, what is one biggest disadvantage of an internet-based business? There is one biggest disadvantage. What's that? Face-to-face interaction is eliminated in today's internet because of media and whatnot. Okay, what else? There is one biggest disadvantage of internet-based business, and you got. I want to know how smart the Sydney crowd is. Come on. Competition.
Failure rate.
No cheating. Cheating is gone. That is not even a factor today. It's with all the security and whatnot. What else? Yes, there are many websites. How do people know your website? As a matter of fact, there are more websites than people in this world. Okay, how many of you have a family website? Anybody has a family website? With a family picture on the website and a duck going from left to right, right to left. Okay, and you have forgotten the password of that website, right? And when it's time to renew the website, you are like, man, what is the password to get it? You have forgotten it, and then you let it go. Man, forget about it. Let me start another one. I have done that. Okay, so people forget. If you yourself forget your website, what are the chances a customer will know your website? No chance. That's the biggest drawback of internet-based business. Why only big companies go on the forefront. Of course, you might say, I will use the advertising machine, Google, to do it. It's all paid advertisement. So for you to get to the first page, it takes a lot of money to do this. Okay. So now there are two business models on the internet. Two business models. Okay. One is word of mouth. How many of you know word of mouth is the best way to develop a business? Word of mouth. Okay. People do all sorts of crazy stuff, okay, viral videos to make their name of the website go up. How many of you know that? Like on YouTube, they'll come up with a crazy advertisement. Okay, for example, there is an advertisement on Nissan cars. Okay, it looks like a real thing, but it is not a real thing. It's called. That's how they go viral. That's how they go viral because people don't know whether it's real or not. It is fake or real. So they think it is real and they pass it on to other people. That's how the name of the company goes up. So Nissan has a advertisement. It shows a plane is unable to open up the landing gear, and finally there is a truck on the runway going, okay, and the front nose wheel of the plane lands on the truck, okay, and there is a lady with a news reporter talking about it, and it looks so real, as if it is real. As a matter of fact, I was in Melbourne, and somebody in my team shows, hey, this is how it happened, because I'm training to be a pilot as a hobby, not as a commercial pilot. And he was showing me, is this real? I said, no, this is a fake. And he won't believe it. No, it's real. Look at the, okay. And finally, it says Nissan cars. Okay, so that's how people want to make their website known. Okay, so word of mouth works. Word of mouth is the only way to become big on the internet. Facebook, word of mouth. Google, YouTube, word of mouth. Okay, so that's how businesses work. Now, there are two models. Let me talk about how exciting the business model which we have works. Okay, first one is Facebook. Facebook. Okay, what does Facebook? Social networking, right? Social networking. Networking. Okay, this Facebook model. Okay. Now, there's another model called Amazon. What does Amazon do? What does Amazon do? Buying and selling, right? It's what's a brick and mortar store you have? Where do you guys go for shopping FMCG here? Coles? How do you spell it? Coles. It's like Coles on the internet, am I right? Right? Whatever you get on Coles. They started with books, but right now today they are in what? Everything. You can buy a lawnmower from Amazon.com. Okay, you can buy anything. So it's a product based. Now, does Amazon manufacture any product by themselves? No. Okay. Does Kohl's manufacture any product by themselves? No. Everything is what? Supply chain. Supply chain, right? Somebody else supports it to them. Okay. So now Amazon doesn't manufacture anything. How does that model work? Okay. They buy it from the manufacturer. Okay. And they sell it to the consumer. Is a consumer. Now this markup. Okay. Let's say is around 50 cents on every dollar. That is what Amazon makes after profits. Okay. After expenses. Expenses are marketing, advertising, distribution. After that, they make the money, 50 cents out of every dollar. To be conservative, it might be high, it might be low. Okay, this is how a typical model works. Okay, now they advertise, the Amazon.com advertise. They might sponsor a cricket match. They might sponsor NASCAR. They might sponsor something. Okay, all these companies do it so that their name comes up. So this is another business model. Okay, so what we are doing is that we create business right here. This one, part of Facebook, part of Amazon. This is what we do. Okay, now we use social networking, and we also have a company which does what Amazon does. Okay, this is called a back end. This is how the networking and the front end. Okay, now instead of Amazon.com, we have Amway.com, AMWAY.com. They do what Amazon does. Okay, it's an internet-based portal. It has around 1,000 products and services, and they do exactly what Amazon does. Okay, the middleman cost this 42 cents. Okay, they give it back to people like you and me, who not only are consumers, who are social networkers. So what do is that we drive traffic to the website through social networking. Okay, so you start from 3%. 3%, you have a volume of around $300, $250. You go to 6%, you have a volume of around, let's say, $800. All the way to 21%, you have a volume of around $25,000. At this level, if you hold that volume for 12 months, you reach the phase 1. Okay? And from 21% to 42%, okay, you have leadership bonus, which qualifies for phase 2 and phase 3. And that's how the business works. Now, let's talk about mathematics of it. This is you. This is you. You get started as an independent business owner. Okay? Independent business owner. Now, as an independent business owner, you can access the website and create volume for yourself. Now, average consumer in Australia, okay, has a buying power. Buying power. That buying power is loyal to different companies for different reasons. Okay? In North America, average buying power of an American is around $250. I'll assume that's the same case because dollar-wise, it's pretty much same as a US dollar. So I would assume that the average buying power of an Australian is around $250. Now that $250 of buying power is loyal to different companies for different reasons. Okay, one way of loyalty is price of the product. If the price is competitive, you are loyal to that company. So Kohl's might sell at a discounted price. That's how the loyalty is to Kohl's. Now, some people are loyal because of quality, not the price, quality. So if it is a quality product, they are loyal to that company. Okay? So now, the purest form of loyalty, however, in the world is called ownership. Ownership is the purest form of loyalty. There is no other loyalty program as powerful as ownership. Okay? For example, what's your name? Viresh. Okay? So now Viresh, let's say his dad works for Microsoft. He is a high-end executive of Microsoft. Okay? Now, if he is planning to buy a gaming console, now he has a choice between Wii, Xbox 360, and PlayStation. Wii is from Nintendo, Xbox 360 is from Microsoft, and PlayStation is from Sony. Now, even though he likes PlayStation or Wii, by the end of the day, what gaming console do you think he's going to get? Xbox 360, period. Why? Because his dad works for Microsoft. Am I making sense to you? How many of you know Melinda Gates? Bill Gates' wife, Melinda Gates. Okay? You may not know her, okay, but you have at least heard of her. Now, do you think she's tempted to use the Apple iPhone? You better believe it. She's tempted to use the Apple iPhone. As a matter of fact, I'm sure she goes to the internet and says, look at this iPhone. Mouth drooling. But will she ever buy Apple iPhone? No way. No way she'll buy Apple iPhone. Why? Because it's a competition. No matter how good the iPhone is, she will never buy it. Period. Why? It's an insult to her husband. Why? He has a Microsoft. Okay? It doesn't matter how good the iPad is. You can scroll the photograph, but she will never buy iPad. Okay? Why? Loyalty. Okay? So ownership is a purest form of loyalty. Now, the reason why, Jennifer, let's say Jennifer starts the business. Okay? Why do you think she will create volume here? Because she gets an incentive. She makes a markup. Okay? How many of you have seen, do you guys follow basketball here? You may not follow basketball, but do you at least know Michael Jordan? You know Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan, you will never see Michael Jordan with Reebok. You know why? Because Michael Jordan is paid by Nike. Okay? Air Jordan, how many of you know Air Jordan shoes? It costs $200 a pair, and he makes a percentage out of it. Okay? So that's called the loyalty program. Okay? So ownership. Alright? So now you get paid. So now, first month, let me take an example. What's your name, ma'am? Avjot. Okay? Now, can I take you as an example here? Okay? So now, Avjot starts as an IBO. She redirects the buying power. She makes 3%. Second month, with the power of social networking, she identifies 6 independent business owners. 6. Some of them might be friends, relatives, acquaintances, or unknown. Doesn't matter. Okay? With that particular network, they are called frontline board of directors. Okay? So they all become independent business owners. Now, they are doing their buying power through the website, and they create 3% each. 3% each. By the end of the month, Avjot's volume is accumulation of their volume and her volume. So she jumps up to almost 9%. They get at 3%, she gives a difference of 6%. All mathematics is calculated by the backend. You don't have to do nothing. Okay? Now, they are trained by the program, we call it as Ideate Team 1, BWW, which is a training organization which will allow all these independent business owners to get trained in how to run a business. So, Avjot is not by herself, she is linked to the team, she is linked to the backend, which is Amway Global, and she performs in the business. Now, second month, just like Facebook, okay? How many of you know that Facebook has changed the definition of a word called friend? Right? Today, you use friend differently than 10 years back. Why? Facebook has changed the definition of a word friend. Okay? Facebook has changed the definition of a sign, this one, right? This is the definition of a, right? Okay? Like, I like it, right? So, what you do? Avjot networks through, this is Jennifer, this is Sean, this is Brenda, or anybody for that matter. And she develops a network. By the end of the 4 months to 5 months, she has a network of around 50 independent business owners. Anywhere in the world. Because she can get started in 82 different countries and territories. She can eventually have an income in America, because the network can go to America. Like for example, Facebook is started in California, but there are highest number of users in Australia. Facebook is making money from Australia. Shell Shell Energy sells gas in petrol in Australia. Okay, so it's all global world, right? It's all global. Same way here, Navjot can start the business in Sydney, but eventually her network can be in Brisbane, her network can be in Japan, her network can be in Australia, anywhere in Australia or anywhere in America. Doesn't matter. Okay, so by the end of 4 or 5 months, I have put together a network of 50 people. At that level, she's at around 21%. We call it as a silver. When you hold that volume for 6 months, you are called a platinum. When you hold that volume for 12 months, you are called a Q12 platinum. A Q12 platinum, on an average, makes around $40,000 to $50,000. Okay, by the end of the year. Now, what is $40,000 to $50,000? I've given it 4 months. Will it happen in 4 months or more? In my case, it took me around 3 years. There are some cases who took around only 4 months. There are some people who have done it in 1.5 months. There are some people who have done it in 17 days. Okay, so different speed for different people. Okay, but average breathing capacity, like you and me, around 1 to 2 years. Okay, so that's how the program is. Now, second one, do you think Jennifer will also go Q12 platinum? Yes. Can Avjot stop her? No. Why? It's her business. Can Brenda go Q12 platinum? Yes. Can Sean go Q12 platinum? Yes. When these 3 IPOs go Q12 platinum, they individually have 50 people in their network. They are at 21%. Guess what? By the end of the month, end of the year, when you calculate the math, okay, Avjot qualifies as the Emerald IPO. At that level, you make around $80,000 to $100,000. Okay, and it's an ongoing income. Why? The network continues to grow. Now, is that the end of it? Not really. You can have 3 more, and you can go Diamond IPO. Okay, 6 21%ers holding the volume for 6 months each. Okay, a Diamond IPO. 5 to 8 years, around $150,000 to $250,000. We have a couple, okay, called Hemant and Smita Sahela, the guy who hosted me right now. Okay, they are Emerald IPOs. At Emerald, at this level, usually most people at least replace one income and they go full time in the business. Okay, full time in the business. As a matter of fact, Hemant is full time in the business. Okay, so that he can build a bigger business. Okay, when I was at the age of 29, I reached this level. Okay, and I went full time. Okay, if you like your job, you don't have to do it. You can still continue to have a job and replace an income. All right. So we have a couple called Gary and Robin. Okay, Gary is a doctor. Only doctors are considered high-end professionals in most countries. Okay, including Australia. He's a doctor. He already has a good lifestyle, but in spite of that, he has built this business, put together a couple of years back, allowed him and her to be a Diamond IPO. So they have reached this level too. Along with their medical profession, they are here. As a matter of fact, end of the presentation, you will see them on the stage. So anybody can do it. Okay. Now, is it the end of the world? Not really. You can have 3 more and go executive Diamond. From Amway and the other compensation as a speaking fees and whatnot, you will qualify maybe around $300,000 to $500,000. Okay, you can have 3 more and you can go double Diamond. Okay, another huge compensation. As a matter of fact, I went double Diamond last year. Okay, in America, North America. I have a business in Australia too. As a matter of fact, my business in Australia this year will be at somewhere in between these 2 levels in Australia. Okay, I can actually use Australian income and replace my income in what I used to make as an engineer in America. Isn't that a cool idea? So we not only make an income out of America, but we also make income out of Australia. Okay, United Nations. You are truly United Nations. Okay, so that's the beauty of it. I have a business in United Kingdom. I have pounds. I had no idea what pounds was initially. Okay, only pound was stand on the weighing scale. Pounds. I saw pounds there. But today my definition of pounds is very different. Okay, why? Because I make money in United Kingdom too. Because we have a platinum business in United Kingdom. Okay. Now, is it the end of the world? Not at all. There is somebody in Japan who has 52 Q12 legs. 52 Q12 legs. He is called a double-decker, triple-decker, something crown and balance. Okay, I don't know what the definition of that is. Okay, 52 Q12 legs. Okay, and ladies, he is single. Okay, some of you are married. Sorry about that. Okay, single. Okay, some of you are married. Who cares if I'm married? I can trade in eBay. Okay? Right? Okay, so he is 55-year-old. Okay, sorry to disappoint some of you. Some of you are like, what? What's the big deal? 55. 52 is a better number. Right, okay? So, you can do it. Anybody can do it, okay? We have 19-year-old young people who have reached this third level of diamond IBU. At the same time, we have 92-year-old people who have reached this level of platinum. Don't wait until 92. It might be too late, but you can still do it. Okay, so now what do you do next? What do you do next? Okay. First thing what you do is you write down what you want out of life, or write down what you don't want out of life. Don't want. Okay. Let me give an example of don't want. Okay. How many of you like Monday morning? Okay, at around 7 o'clock. Okay, do you like enjoy that? No. Okay, when you sit in the car and start the car, when especially it's cold like this today, you know, do you really enjoy it? Not really, right? Okay. I built this business not for dreams. I built this business to replace my income. That's all. I didn't care if I drove a Ferrari or a mansion and things like that. I built this business so that I can replace $100,000 so that I can quit my job. That's all I built it for. I didn't care whether I live in an apartment or a big mansion. I didn't care. I didn't build this for lifestyle. I built it only for replacing my job. Okay. Of course, along the way things change. That's a different story. But I built it for that. So write down what you don't want in life. Okay. Sunday evening. Okay. Do people have stomach aches on Sunday evening? Okay. Does everything look like dull outside? Right? No traffic on the road. Have you seen that? Okay. And Friday you are so excited. Thinking about weekend is more exciting than the weekend itself. How many of you agree? Right? Friday evenings and Thursday you are all excited. You have a hop on your when you walk, right? Okay. But Sunday it is, you know, it's like sad, right? So if that is what is bothering you, okay, you may want to look into this. Okay. Now, if you work at the age 25 until 65, okay, it is more than, how many of you pack lunch to work? Anybody packing lunch to work? Okay, if you pack lunch to work, okay, it is 10,000 lunch boxes. Okay, so when I was shown this presentation, when they said 10,000, the speaker said, can you imagine 10,000 boxes stacked up in your room and take one by one, and thinking about the remaining boxes, it gets you depressed, am I right? Okay, and that's how I said, man, I don't want to have those 10,000 lunch boxes. Okay, I would rather build a business and become economically free. Okay, so write down what you don't want. Okay, so second thing is that take a test drive. Take a test drive. Take a test drive. Okay, we have 90-day money back guarantee on the business itself. If you get started in the business and if you feel that this is not a cup of tea, okay, great, you can return it. 90-day business money back guarantee. Check it out. Okay, try some products. Products are fantastic. One of the product is energy drink. Okay, number one energy drink in the world is Red Bull. How many of you know that? Okay, and how many of you you should try this? This is a number 2 energy drink. As a matter of fact, Excess is I think originated from Australia, if I'm not mistaken. And once they tied up with Amway, they became the number 2 energy drink. Before they tied up with Amway, they were 20th energy drink in the world. Okay, it's 0 sugar, 0 carb. Most of the sugar, you know, we have B12. We don't have sugar. It's a fantastic. We have around 6 flavors in Australia, right? 6 or 8. 8 flavors in Australia, and in North America we have around 16 flavors. Okay, it's a hit. This is just one of the products. Red Bull has 2 flavors. Okay, Red Bull has 2 flavors. One is what is that? Okay, Yuck and Diet Yuck. 2 flavors. Okay, so this is a fantastic product. You should try this. You should try this. I'm not going to give this to you. Okay, you buy one from the person who has invited you here. Okay, but it's an awesome product. Okay, this is one of the products. We have several thousand products. Okay, so try the products. Fourth thing is that write down the list of people whom you know, your Facebook friends. Do not talk to them, but let the person who has invited you here, let him or her educate you. Because we have a process to do it, okay? We know what to do, what not to do, everything. It's all set up, okay? Don't feel that, it's a good opportunity, but I don't know how to talk to my friends. I don't know how to, you don't have to worry about it. We have a program to take care of it, okay? Fifth one, you might be a green light. Green light is you're excited. You're fired up, okay? If you're a green light, congratulations. Only 10% of the people in the world are green lights in whatever they do. If you're a green light, look into the mirror tonight because you're looking at a future multi-millionaire. Okay? But only 10% people are green lights in the world. Okay? You might be a yellow light. Yellow light is you have minor questions. You don't have major questions, you have minor questions. Okay? 90% of people who get started in this business and build it are yellow lights. 90%. Minor question. It's exciting. Okay, I trust the person who showed the plan or something. Okay, you have some confidence, level of confidence. But a minor questions. I'm not really 100% sure, but I'll give it a shot. That's a yellow light. Okay, 90% of people who get started are yellow lights. Okay, you might be a red light. Red light is you're completely upset why you're here. Okay, as a matter of fact, okay, you can't wait for me to shut my mouth so you can run out of the door. Okay. As a matter of fact, you see too many people with suits, otherwise you would have walked out right now. You don't know what they're going to do. Okay? That's the only reason why you're not walking out. Okay? If you're a red light like that, that's okay. This may not be for you. If this is not for you, that's perfectly fine. Mercedes is a great car. Everybody doesn't drive Mercedes. BMW is a fantastic car. Not everybody drives a BMW. Okay? This might be a great vehicle, but not everybody will build it either. Okay? That's perfectly fine. If this is not for you, if you don't just connect with what we have to offer, what I would recommend you is look for some other opportunity which will allow you to have an ongoing income. Because writing is on the wall. Your company which you are working for is diversifying. The country which you are living is diversifying. How many of you know our countries in the Middle East? They are oil rich. They are diversifying. They are no longer going to be oil dependent, most of the countries, like Dubai, all these places. Why? They are taking the money from the oil and putting into other things, like resorts, like economic hub, things like that. Why? Because they know oil is not going to be there forever. The days are gone when you could get a job at the age of 25 and retire at the same company after 65 years. Those days are gone. Average person changes the job 17 times in today's world, from 25 to 65. Okay, so security doesn't lie in a job like before. Security lies in the person, not in the job. Okay, so if you're red light, it's okay. Maybe you do not like the way I presented the plan. Okay, it can happen. All right. If you do not like the way I presented, okay, don't be upset at the business. If you're upset at me, why? Because I'm just here today, gone tomorrow. As a matter of fact, tomorrow 9 o'clock I'm flying out to Detroit. Okay, so I'm not here. So I would encourage you to do is that get back to the person, maybe ask him to show you the presentation one more time in a different angle, because I show the presentation the way I understand it. The person who has brought you probably showed you a little different. Okay, so do that. Okay, with that pretty much I'm done. It was nice talking to you. I would like to give it back to Hemant Sahela.
Awesome, Ganesh. That was a phenomenal presentation. Let's give a round of applause for that. Well, folks, obviously, I remember a few shorties back coming to a similar room and checking this out for the first time. And obviously, I didn't jump out of my chair. I had my own sort of, thoughts and preconceived notions. But as Ganesh mentioned, that this has been for close to 50 years, okay, and of course we may have come across this in different phase of time, but just to give you a ray of hope, that a lot of people from different backgrounds have actually built this business. I'd actually like to invite some of them to kind of just share a few words and to indicate that people from all walks of life have actually built this business, right? Okay, you don't have to come from a certain background to actually put a business together, right? So guys, let's help me welcome all the platinums who are in the room, which Ganesh was talking about, the phase one on the stage, please. All the platinums. I'd like you to just mention your name, profession, and just a few lines about the business.